what's going on? It's Twintuitive 717. I'm back with another video. I'm here with Mega. So I just wanted to hop on quickly and share a quick update with the collective about how the masculines are doing at this time. And it's just very exciting, passionate, sexual energy in the air. And I really feel like there's a big change in the overall feeling towards the twin flame connection. A lot of neutrality. There's really a lot of love between the two, a lot of mutual respect that's coming in. And I think that these changes have been wanting to occur for a while now, and what's been pushing these changes is the masculine's need to connect with the feminine physically. Many of you have been asking about what the 717 means and why it's on my channel, and it's because from the very beginning of this twin flame journey, I had a very clear understanding that the sexual passion and attraction between the twins was something that was necessary in order for them to really have the full experience through all of their senses about what this connection means for them. And that really does include a lot of the physical interactions that's wanting to occur. So that's why you'll find that dynamics are changing. The feminines are standing up more and reaching out and really stepping into their truth and authenticity and not feeling afraid or being labeled as the outdated or old programming. And I feel like a lot of that energy has to do with your ability to now handle rejection and abandonment. And I feel like for many of us, we're starting to be more compassionate towards ourselves, and that's what this journey does. It makes you fall in love with yourself as a person and who you are. And I think that any of us can really say on the twin flame journey that the moment we knew of our twins' reciprocation of this feeling or knowing that there is a connection, it really does make you feel like you're on top of the world. That vibration alone has really pushed us to focus on ourselves, and I think that this is what we have to do when we approach a rejection and abandonment on this journey. It's really taking on that full energy. And we're doing something really new, which is we're becoming the dreamer, the believer. We're going against the grain and really approaching this in a new way. For many of you, there's a big issue with communicating with your masculine, and they're not responding. They read your messages and you can see that they've read your messages and they don't respond. They don't call, they don't return phone calls. Many of the feminines who have experienced this dynamic, we have felt the abandonment and rejection because it was really important for us to find out what was lingering in our minds. And I think that when we felt abandoned and rejected, it was a big wake-up call to us personally as women to not allow anyone to ever make us feel this way ever again. And what this experience started doing was it brought up memories and the past and a lot of inner child issues with our parents or friends, things that we've experienced over time that have made us feel abandoned and rejected. And for many of you, these memories come flooding in when you least expect it. And then you can see why it is you have to go through separation with your masculine in order for these things to come up and have them looked at under a microscope so that you can heal. So that way the next time around, you actually don't get triggered or bothered not only by your masculine, but other people in your surroundings as well. It's like this whole twin flame journey is turning us into brand new versions of who it is we were always meant to be. And the twin flame community is leading the new changes and integrating the new paradigms here on Earth, because we simply can't get away from this connection, because we can't really deny what it is that's going on. It's really bringing us into this Six of Cups energy as well. I am so sorry to scare you, my darling. So it's bringing in that Six of Cups energy as well. And I'll give you guys a good look at this card here. Okay, because what we do when we feel rejected and abandoned after we deal with the emotions that are coming up is we put a lot of effort and time into self-care. And that's what this is teaching you, because personally, that's what I have done with this lesson. And I can't thank this journey enough for that, because I started realizing certain things about myself, that I felt uncomfortable receiving things from other people. I wasn't taking enough time to put self-care into my own life. I can be there for everyone else and take care of other people, but when it comes to taking care of myself, I can sometimes put that on the back burner and really lack a lot of things, like maybe doing my makeup or making myself look and feel good, and taking extra time out to have a bubble bath, or doing these things that really nurture myself. And that's how I was able to heal from any of the negative feelings that my masculine was throwing my way, because I was starting to realize that he was bringing up a lot of my own issues and my own pain, and I was triggering a lot of his own. So the reason we would separate and go off into our own corners and be in silence was we needed time to deal with that shame and embarrassment and guilt that we were both feeling. And sometimes it really pulls you away from the focus of the twin flame connection, and it puts you into a space of really questioning your life and your upbringing, and you start wanting to explore the authenticity of the relationships that you're keeping in your life, and you just want to isolate yourself away from everyone and everything. And that's why I feel like many times the masculines don't respond. It's because when the feminines are being so loving and supportive and just trying to give this love, they can tell that it's coming from a place of you trying to heal them, but they can feel your energy being put on the back burner, because they want you to be able to spot the difference in when you're trying to give too much and take care of someone else versus understanding what's happening and taking accountability for stepping away and taking care of yourself in that moment. So, like I mentioned in the last video, there were many times I've reached out to my masculine first, and it's been met with silence and him blocking me or, ghosting me, all of those things. And when it happened, of course, I felt the pain, but not for very long, because I didn't want anybody to bring me to this place. I had to look out for myself, It brings me to the 9 of Pentacles here, because the 9 talks about reaping the rewards of everything we've attained. And I thought that I had done a lot of work and a lot of inner healing, and really looking at my own flaws and my own faults, and realizing how arrogant I could be, how ignorant I could be, how, again, hot-headed, quick-tempered, sarcastic I could be. And my masculine was showing me these things about myself. And it was really shaping me as a person, as a parent, as a woman. And these are a lot of great tips for being able to heal through the abandonment and the rejection that we feel. If we take it as a lesson to purge and become better versions of ourselves, then really when that ends up happening, you just turn the focus right back around to yourself and take care of your body, your sense of home, make your surroundings more beautiful. The Pentacles energy comes up, and it talks about being dedicated and focused on bringing things to a completion. And there's nothing like learning about ourselves on this twin flame journey. The love is really the big bonus here. A lot of the punches and bruises that we experience, they really are meant to be there as a way to come up and heal from them, so that the next time around we know how to defend ourselves, we know how to speak up for ourselves, we know when to be honest and truthful and authentic and unafraid of what it is we're feeling in every moment. So it's not sadistic of you or crazy of you to reach out and express yourselves to your masculines. And if it is met with silence, many of the times your masculines in a twin flame connection are absolutely delighted to hear from you every single time. I have never been in a situation where I've ever harassed my masculine or overstepped any of his boundaries, or we've gotten into situations where he's had to tell me, hey, leave me alone. That's never ever been the case, because in that twin flame connection, although we're growing and experiencing and expanding, there is that underlying level of love and mutual respect for each other, where you want the other person to genuinely be happy. And so sometimes doing a lot of this work is quite easy because you're able to tune into each other a lot more naturally and gently as you experience the ride, and you know, it kind of goes from being on that roller coaster to nice, smooth, little bumpy movements that will now tend to surprise you, and they'll go away with a lot more ease. Because with the Fool, we're all on this journey together. It's all very new. We're all doing things that we never thought that we would, or go to places that we never thought that we would, but we've allowed ourselves to follow our gut. We're really doing everything that we can to overcome a lot of the negative programming on this earth, which is really what this Devil card represents. As long as you get rid of that 3D programming, you'll just find that you're more confident about life itself, because the more things that come up that try to trigger you or steer you down a negative path, you're able to now have a voice and speak for yourself. And you allow things to happen, or you don't allow things to happen. But taking that stand is very important, and taking care of ourselves is very important as well. So that way we can really take advantage of everything that this journey has to offer, not only in the aspects of romantic love, but really transforming ourselves to being, again, the best version of ourselves possible. I hope this reading finds you all well, and I will speak to you in the next video. Take care.